Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The People's Joker from writer-director Vera Drew. And this is the story of Drew, a trans woman, really processing her own transition and becoming comfortable with her own identity through the shell of being Joker the Harlequin and being a crazy satire on Batman and the Joker. And this is definitely an unofficial one, because there's no way in hell that Warner Brothers and DC would have approved of this. And this is streaming on Mubi. And this, I think, really works when Drew is being very honest with the audience. There's a lot of moments of like talking straight to the audience, which, sure, isn't the most cinematic way of portraying ideas and stuff like that. But trust me, there's a lot of other wild visuals that this film really leverages, and I'll get to in a minute. I think this film is most authentic and meaningful when it is really focusing on Drew's journey and helping you better understand this, and processing through toxic relationships, challenging relationships with parents who are not accepting of your identity, and there's a lot going on here in terms of tackle some other serious elements in terms of like grooming and stuff like that. So The People's Joker does not shy away from anything, nor does its humor. And this film, I think, takes a lot of big, ambitious, satirical swings at a lot of things. I feel like most of them land. There's definitely some, and some parodies of certain characters and certain elements that leave a little bit left to desire. But overall, I think this film is able to walk that tightrope of being a very authentic, meaningful, personal journey for Vera Drew, and also this wild, over-the-top, ridiculous send-up of Batman, and also showing some real appreciation and passion for the source material too, even when it's being extremely cruel and effed up when it's talking about some of these topics. Especially the relationship between Batman and Robin is something else. But you have the visual aspects, and this film is bold. It is ambitious, probably too ambitious for its own budget, because the visual effects here are not good, but there can't be enough for you to really buy into. But it can get really distracting in more static scenes where it's like two people talking and the whole background looks like this strange hand-drawn CGI background thrown in there. And you're just like, okay. They do leverage it for laughs with like Batman and Lorne Michaels for some reason, because instead of like criminals in the traditional sense of doing like drugs and crime and robberies, they're like, comedy has been outlawed, and all the Jokers and Batman villains are underground comedians. And it's just like, it's an interesting idea and strange twisting of the material. I do think this film has a lot of fun with its very micro-budgeted effects, and at least there's that, and you can have fun with it. It can just get distracting in some of the moments where it's trying to be a little bit more serious, but in those moments where it's really leaning into the humor, it fits perfectly well with the ridiculous, cartoonishy looking Batmobile, or just how ridiculous Batman looks, or this strange like Windows 98 animated Lorne Michaels. And all of these different elements crash together for this wild, very unique and ambitious experience, and this really puts a spotlight on Vera Drew, and it'll be very interesting to see what she does next. But those are my thoughts on The People's Joker. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.